friends, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. Today I am sharing with you guys, I think I've only done this video one time before, and I think it was actually last February, and this is everything that I use every single day, and I'm talking without fail, like all the time, not a couple times a week. These are a part of my routine, and so I wanted to share them with you guys because these are just truly like the best of the best. And I do have also some products in here that are like frequently asked questions. So I'm gonna have it all linked for you guys in the description bar below for you to shop. While you're down there, make sure to click the subscribe button and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'll start out with the like beauty, fashion stuff. I don't really know if you would call this fashion. I can't find the other sock. I don't know where it is. I kicked it off last night and woke up this morning and I have not been able to find it. It's probably somewhere in my duvet, but I wear one of these two kinds of socks to bed every single night. If you don't wear socks to bed, you don't know what you're missing out on. I know it seems crazy. I kind of had to train myself to do it, but it is literally a proven science that it will make you sleep better to sleep with socks. And I notice on the nights that I kick a sock off that I wake up not having slept as good. And sometimes I'll be like, what is going on? And then I'll be like, oh, I gotta get my sock. So, Barefoot Dream socks, I think they're like 15 or 20 bucks. They're really, really soft and worth every penny. Or I have this like pack of socks that I have. These came in like 5 or 6 colors, I think, and it might be like the same price as one pair of Barefoot Dreams, but I wear different socks to bed like every night. So, you guys, just trust me. Sock sleeping is life-changing, and I am so glad to hear anytime I mention this, a good chunk of you guys do like totally agree with me. It's amazing. So every single night, a pack of socks that I got from Amazon, I wear them and I sleep so much better. I think it started like maybe 2021 or 2020, so it hasn't been that long, but I'll never go without sock sleeping now. It's the best. Speaking of good sleep, I mentioned this in my last Amazon video. I purchased these. These I usually just look where I can find them the cheapest. Like if I'm at the grocery store, I'll see what the price of magnesium is, and then I'll get on Amazon and see if it's cheaper. And I actually did at the time find this 180 like capsule bottle for significantly cheaper than the grocery store had it. So I went ahead and grabbed this from Amazon. These are the magnesium glycinates, 200 milligrams, just from the Nature Made brand. And this is honestly one of the best things that I've done, because when you're pregnant, you can't take a ton of stuff to sleep. And even prior to that, I would take melatonin or something that would make me sleep, just because my issue isn't falling asleep, it's really staying asleep. And melatonin really makes me groggy in the morning, 10 p.m., makes me feel horrible the next day. And once I started taking magnesium, this has been a while back that I have been taking magnesium, I just noticed that I just felt so much better. I didn't have any grogginess the next day, and magnesium is something that you need just like regularly. And I mean, TMI, but like I said this in the last video, like magnesium keeps you regular. So this is great to take. I take 2 every single night, or like sometimes I'll take 1 when I go to bed if I like, I don't know, sometimes I can just like tell I'm not gonna sleep good. And so I'll, in the middle of the night, if I wake up, I'll take another one. But magnesium is just one of those things, like for my sleep, these 2 things combined right here, like I am finally sleeping good and like a real adult. That, well, I mean, I also put myself to bed at a certain bedtime, which is very helpful, but those have helped me really change my sleep up the past like year or so, and I'm so grateful for that. It's gross, I promise. I have washed it. I wash it actually every day after I use it, and I went ahead and ordered more today because this is the last one in my pack. But I use these, like, they're actually called like Beaky. I don't think you can refer to them as like true beauty blenders. I've tried the Real Beauty Blender and it's terrible. This is like a Beaky makeup sponge. They come in a 5-pack. I think they're like $10. I absolutely love these. I have talked about this brand for many years here on my YouTube channel, and the other day I felt so dumb. I saw a girl share her makeup drawer and I was like, why does she have like 3 or 4 beauty blenders? I can't, like, what would be the purpose of that? And then I found myself later like making sure I turned the beauty blender the right way so that I used the concealer side and not the liquid blush side or the bronzer side, and then I was like, oh, that's why. So I bought a new pack of these. They should be in, I think, tomorrow, and I will now be having like 2 to 3 of them at a time, because I am using cream products now majority of the time for my makeup. I feel like that new trend is really amazing. Like, it makes my makeup look a lot more natural, I think, while still, you know, having that really nice like sculpted bronze look with the blush look. Like, I really like it. So yeah, I'll be using multiple beauty blenders. I don't know why I never thought of that before. Something else, this I only recently started using. I want to say I got these maybe in October. These are like little triangle puffs, and I use these to like really pack in my powder. I have oily to dry combination crazy skin. It gets really bad this time of year for sure. Like January and February are always kind of toss up months for my skin, but I do kind of see it going back to being more normal, more oily. And I just find that I actually like this for applying powder a whole lot more than brushes, but also I think that this uses less product. So what I'll do is I'll actually just dip this into my powder, and then I'll tap a little bit on my face, and like I'll leave it on there like white, do that, and I'll kind of get it all over, and then I'll go back and I'll spread the powder all over. And I mean, it just really looks so good. I feel like my powder sets a little bit better, and these are super affordable too. I think you can get like a 10 pack for like $6 or a 6-pack for $10 or something like that. But I mean, really, why I haven't been using that to apply my powder when for so long powder came with little press like things like this, I don't know, but I actually will probably never go back to using a brush to set my powder with because I love those that much. Hair clips, you guys have heard me talk about these every single day in some form. I love a hair clip. I use it whether I'm in the shower, you know, at nighttime, just pulling my hair up because my son's now in another grabby phase. It does not matter. Hair clips are superior and everyone's wearing them. Even for like style purposes, I have smaller clips, I have big clips. You can get these in like a 4 or 5 pack. I love the like nude and pink. Those are my 2 favorite ones, but my son prefers to play with the green one, so I haven't seen that one in a while because I think it's in his room. But hair clips you really can't go wrong with, and these are just super affordable. Don't pay a ton for hair clips. Like I see some people, like some brands, and also they're not on Prime, but like a hair clip will be like $20. I actually saw a blogger the other day mention a hair clip that was $595, and I was like, oh, well, we're in different tax brackets because that is crazy, like for a hair clip. So like $10 for like a pack of 5. Real affordable. This heated lash curler is amazing. I had a different one and I broke it. And it was like I had squeezed it too hard or something. I don't know what I did, but I broke it and it just wasn't as good. So I actually got this one that is on. Not sure how long that's been on, but the good thing is, so it is actually, you can see right there, the like part right here is white. I mean, even me, like I could set my finger on it. This is not hot. It's not going to do damage if, you know, it's accidentally left on. I did like that the other one kind of had an auto shut off, but basically the little button right here is on the side. You flip it up to turn it on, and then there's this little like back piece, and when you pop that down, that's how you get the lash curler to actually go up. But I don't know why I haven't been using heated lash curlers my whole life, because it makes such a difference. It really makes your lashes just stay curled all day, and I love this, and it's really compact too. The other one was kind of large, so that one being much smaller is a lot more convenient. This dry shampoo, a bunch of you guys actually told me to try some of their other products. I've never tried this brand before, but this is the Perk Up Dry Shampoo, and it is a talc-free dry shampoo, and I mentioned how soft this product made my hair. I was so surprised because usually with dry shampoo, it either makes your hair like feel normal, like it doesn't do anything to it, or it makes it feel really gritty and dry, and this I actually noticed my scalp was much softer. So when I did first mention this, a bunch of you guys said all of their products in your experience were like that. So I'm really excited to try more stuff from this brand. I also love their packaging. Like, y'all know I'm all about some fun packaging. So I think this is a really cool dry shampoo, and for the time being, this is the only one that I've been using in my collection. I think I'm like out of a ton of my other favorites. Like I don't have any living proof at the time, and so I just have that one, and I really love it. And then actually, I don't have this product with me, but I mean, are we sick of hearing about it, or are we sick of hearing about it? The reason I keep talking about this is because 1, I take it every single day, but 2, I would say I still regularly get questions, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, about what I'm doing for my postpartum hair regrowth. And honestly, I know that it can make you, like, truthfully, when the clumps of hair are falling out of your head, it is scary. You feel like it is never gonna end, and then it finally stops and you're like, great, now I've just got bald spots. What the heck am I supposed to do? And it feels like there's nothing that can like make your hair grow back fast enough. So I actually started taking this while I was still actively losing postpartum hair. You can't stop the hair loss. It's hormones. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But what you can do is promote new growth in the meantime. And I actually experienced that and it was amazing. So from now on, I will continue to take it. I will continue to take it the day I get home from the hospital having this baby, so that hopefully whenever I do experience that postpartum hair loss with the second time, it's not as tragic. Because when I tell you, I literally looked like I had the world's largest receding hairline and nothing could stop it. It was so embarrassing. So I do still talk about this because one, I take it every day, and two, I just get a lot of questions about that. And I did take it when I was breastfeeding as well. Like while I started taking it, I was obviously still losing hair. I did take it while I was breastfeeding, and you know how like what you drink and eat gets in your breast milk? I noticed Ezra's hair had fallen out too, and it all started to grow back super quick. So he has a head full of red hair now that just came in so quickly. I would want to say about like 4 months was when I really noticed it affected him. So it definitely helps your baby too. Not that that was a concern of mine, it was just something I noticed. But also I do want to say, I recommend getting it on a subscription. It is a little bit cheaper if you do it that way. I kind of got off my subscription because I found out I was pregnant at 3.5 weeks and I like didn't get to go see the doctor until 8.5. So I had 5 weeks where I didn't take it. Doctor told me it was fine to take. And so it kind of got my subscription off, which is why I don't have it with me. I have like enough left for just a couple days, and I think my new bottle is supposed to be in tomorrow. So it just did screw up my subscription, but it is cheaper. I want to say it's like $25 if you get it on subscription and like $26 or $27 if you don't. Not a big difference, but it's not $100 plus $10 like I'm seeing some other people promote their like scalp serums and stuff like that. This is just a collagen that you take every single day by itself first thing in the morning. Make sure it's chilled, and it is going to make your hair grow so fast. Your skin's gonna look better, and so are your nails too. So these are something I want to mention, you guys. I get so many questions about these because you can kind of see like this part in my like try on haul videos that I share. These I absolutely love. It's how I keep my shoes organized. I actually have to come through my closet, and I really need to kind of go through them, get rid of some shoes that I just don't wear anymore, and reorganize. And these have helped so much because you can see they keep your sneakers like completely organized, and it's just a lot slimmer, so they take up less shoe space. And I did have someone ask like, why don't you put them basically like this on the shelf? And just basically because of the way like the shelves work, you could definitely line your shoes up like this, but for me, like the way that the shelf height works, I have to put my shoes like this. So I absolutely love those shoe organizers. They have made my life so much easier with just organization and in my closet. And I mean, also I'm able to fit more shoes in here, so I'm able to have more shoes. This is super random, but I absolutely love this. I use this for baking, cooking, everything. Today I actually shared, I was vlogging for the vlog channel, and I was sharing like a new recipe, and I was just curious what the calorie count was. Not, you know, I wasn't like really counting calories that much, but I wanted to just kind of like roughly know. So I use this, and I measure everything in grams just because that's most accurate. So this actually gets used a ton. I actually use this a lot for avocados because avocados can just be a complete shot in the dark of just how much you're using, but I find that this is really convenient for baking. So it is something that I feel like I am constantly using in my kitchen, and I have had that thing for like a couple years at this point. I mean, it gets used so much. This screen cleaner I also mentioned in a recent video, but I have been using this so much more lately because my son now is like kind of grabbing at things, and he tends to like want to touch a lot of devices and screens, and he's just got grubby little boy hands, and so I have been using this a lot more. This is a safe screen cleaner. I'll actually use it on my phone, and basically you just spray it on, and you can use this on any device. The phone, it is a little bit harder just because the screen's so small, but this basically works like a little squeegee. Like you just spray it onto your device and then immediately wipe all that liquid off. I shared this when I shared it in my last video. I watched my husband spray his computer screen with this. Like, you don't have to worry. This one's gonna be fine on your screens. I wouldn't use it on like a camera. And definitely don't let it sit, but like spray it on, you know, your phone, your iPad. I've sprayed it on my iMac. I've sprayed it on my laptop since filming that video, and like it's totally fine. I know it's very intimidating, but the girls on TikTok got me on this one and I absolutely love it. And then an honorable mention is actually my crock pot. I use my crock pot way more during this time of year when it's a little bit colder out, even for typical meals that like I would just cook regularly during the summer. I don't know why, but something about like winter time just screams crock pot to me. They're my favorite meals, and I would say 3 to 4 times a week. Like, I cook everything in the crock pot if I can. And my mom even said the other day, she was like, I just literally keep it on my counter at this point. She was like, I just wash it and get it back out. Because maybe that's why I use the crock pot, is because she was always like really big into wintertime using it. But like, I'll make chicken parm the regular old-fashioned way whenever it's the summertime, and if I want chicken parm during the winter, it's crock pot style. So I did want to give this as an honorable mention because it is literally just a basic Hamilton Beach crock pot. It's nothing fancy, nothing crazy, and I have had that since I think I married Sam. I think that was something we got the first year we were married, and we've been married for almost 5 years. So it is a really good kitchen device that gets an honorable mention here. And then I do have like 3 kind of kid things, kind of not. This I mean, I use it for my son, like he keeps one in his room, but Sam and I use these all the time. This is the Messy Eater Stain Treater, the Miss Mouths, I think is the brand. I'm not quite sure, the label's ripped off, but this is a absolute must-have. It is a non-toxic and effective brand. It says it's fast, safe, strong, and universal. I've talked about this so much. When I tell you guys that nothing gets stains out like this, I mean it. And like specifically, Ezra's really into berries. So like blueberries, raspberries, all that stuff, it stains. And the other day he had blueberry all over him. I think he also had avocado. And you obviously have to get like the chunks of food off. But what I did was I sprayed this, and before I even had moved on from one stain and was like going to spray the second one, I mean, completely, you could see that the stain was completely gone. So I spray this on his onesies. It's not something that you spray on and then immediately have to like throw in the washer or dryer, but I definitely would say the sooner you put it on the stain, the better it's gonna work. But just don't feel like, you know, you have to immediately spray it on that piece of clothing and then immediately wash that piece of clothing. It's more or less like how long the stain's been on there before you can get this product on it. So I find that it works really quick, and that's why Sam and I use them for ourselves all the time. This is great. But I do want to say this model we actually will not be getting again. Now that we're having another baby, we obviously are going to have 2 children that need monitors at the same time. And by the way, what age did you guys stop using monitors with your kids? I know that nowadays, like, everybody essentially has cameras inside their home. Sam and I don't have cameras inside of our home, and we won't have like Wi-Fi based like Ring cameras or anything like that. But obviously there is an exception. So I am curious when you guys stopped using monitors for your little ones. But we have this small monitor that we actually liked, but I didn't know that they had a really big monitor screen that you can get. It's like a different, I think it's still the same kind of monitor, but just like the screen itself is bigger. So for baby number 2, we will definitely be using the bigger screen option, and we have this one and we absolutely love it. My mom has it and loves it too. I mean, it's our favorite monitor, super easy to use. Does not have Wi-Fi, which we love because we don't want people to be able to like hack into our camera like you just hear stories about. But we absolutely love this, and we of course use it every day. It has this little, you know, call it a little kickstand on the back, just because as soon as Ezra goes to bed, we have this. It kind of, you know, follows us around whenever he's napping or whatever, just to always keep an eye on that little boy, because he is a rascal, and now he's kind of getting that phase where like we'll put him down for bed and he'll just like stare up at the camera and want to play. So I'll also link the monitor like arm that we have, or attachment. I don't believe it is sold by Infant Optics, but it is made for like their specific camera, and it actually sits really high up off the crib, which we love because for the time being he is not tall enough to reach it, and it sits up really high down, so like it's not super close or anything to their face, which I really do appreciate. And then last product is actually this is the Baby Must brand. I believe there's like a name brand version of this, but essentially this is like a belt that you wear to like hold your child. And Ezra's 10 months old. Little boy's a little heavy, and I am also just struggling with my back these days. I do have a little bit of back pain coming on, and so it's a lot to hold a little 10-month-old baby constantly, and this helps for those clingy hours. He just sits on here. You do still have to like keep your arm around him. It does have some pockets and stuff in it if you want to wear this out in public, if you're gonna be like walking around for a long period of time, but I find this has helped save my back a ton lately, so that has been used literally every day for like the last 2.5, 3 weeks. And that is it for today's video. Just everyday products, things that I just absolutely love. I think that you guys would love too. Just must-haves truly in our house. Like, I love them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that if you're new here, you go below and click the subscribe button to join the fam. Love y'all so much, and I'll see you in my next video.